Hello, language learners. Welcome back to Mindful English. Today, we're embarking on a journey through something incredibly personal, yet universally shared. A day in my life.
It sounds simple, but our daily lives are full of fascinating details, aren't they? I'm excited to explore this with you, Gwen.
Absolutely, Leo. You know that feeling when the alarm goes off and for a brief moment you're not quite sure where you are or what day it is?
That's me every Monday. It takes a moment to process everything before I fully wake up.
Exactly. That moment of transition from sleep to awareness is where our daily adventure truly begins. We all experience it, but how we respond to it can be very different.
It's like the starting line of a new day, full of possibilities.
Once you're awake, what's next? For many, it's the start of their morning routine. This is a sequence of actions you do every day, often without thinking.
Yes, my autopilot mode. Mine usually involves coffee, a quick check of the news, and then getting ready.
That's a classic. And it's not just about getting things done. A good morning routine can set the tone for your entire day.
I definitely feel it when I skip it. My day just feels off, like I'm playing catch-up from the start.
That's a very common experience. It gives you a sense of control and predictability, which can reduce stress. It's your personal launch sequence.
A launch sequence. I like that. It makes my coffee feel more important now.
After that great start, for many of us, the next big part of our day is the commute. How do you usually get to work, Leo?
I usually take the subway, which can be an adventure itself. Sometimes it's peaceful, sometimes it's crowded.
That's a perfect description of a city commute. Whether by car, train, or bike, this travel time is often a liminal space between home and work.
It's true. I use it to listen to podcasts or mentally prepare for the day. It's a useful transition.
Exactly. You're not just moving physically, you're often shifting your mindset. It's a valuable time for reflection or planning if you use it wisely.
I've definitely learned to appreciate that time. It's not just wasted travel.
Once you arrive, it's time for the core of your day, your work or studies. This usually involves completing a series of daily tasks.
And the goal is always to be feeling productive, right? To feel like you're really making progress.
Precisely. That sense of accomplishment is a powerful motivator. But it's not just about checking items off a list.
Sometimes I feel busy all day, but don't feel productive at all. It's frustrating.
That's a key insight. True productivity often comes from focusing on what's important, not just what's urgent. It's about intentional effort.
So it's about quality over quantity, even for my to-do list.
Even when you're feeling productive, it's crucial to know when to take a break. Our brains aren't meant to focus intensely for hours on end.
That's a lesson I'm still learning. Sometimes I push through, and then I just hit a wall.
It's human nature to try, but short breaks actually make you more efficient. And often, that break involves food. Do you usually grab a bite for lunch?
Absolutely. Lunch is sacred. It's a chance to step away from the screen and refuel, both my body and my mind.
It's not just about hunger. It's about mental decompression. Even a quick walk or a few minutes of quiet can make a huge difference in your afternoon focus.
I'll try to remember that. More short breaks, less hitting the wall.
After a productive workday, the journey isn't over for many of us, is it? We often transition into another set of duties, what we call after-work responsibilities.
You mean like when I have to run errands? pick up groceries, go to the dry cleaner, maybe a quick stop at the post office. It feels like a second shift sometimes.
Exactly. These are all those necessary tasks that keep our personal lives running smoothly. It's part of managing our household and personal affairs.
And trying to fit all that in while still having time for myself, that's where the idea of work-life balance comes in, I guess.
It certainly does. It's about finding that sweet spot where you can manage your obligations without feeling overwhelmed and still have energy for what truly recharges you.
It's definitely an ongoing adventure, trying to find that balance, like navigating a complex map after a long day's trek.
As the day winds down, our focus often shifts from obligations to connection and relaxation. What do your evenings usually look like, Lear?
Well, sometimes I like to socialize, meet up with friends, or call my family. Other times, I just need to unwind by myself.
Both are vital for our well-being. Socializing helps us connect with others and feel part of a community, strengthening our social bonds.
And unwinding is essential for letting go of the day's stresses. For me, that might be reading a book or listening to music, just to switch off.
Exactly. That quiet time is what we call downtime. It's your personal space to recharge, reflect, or simply exist without demands, like finding a safe haven.
It's like finding a peaceful clearing after a long trek. Crucial for getting ready for the next day's adventure.
Before we finally close our day, there's one more important step in our journey, taking a moment to reflect.
Looking back at what happened, I sometimes do that, especially if it was a particularly good or bad day, to process it all.
It's a powerful practice. It helps us acknowledge our accomplishments, even the small ones, which is great for self-esteem and motivation.
And also to identify any challenges I faced, I suppose. Things that didn't go as planned, or moments of difficulty.
Precisely. And by understanding those challenges, we can then set goals for how to approach similar situations better tomorrow, fostering continuous personal growth.
So it's not just an end, but a preparation for the next beginning. A continuous loop of learning and improving, like charting a course for tomorrow.
All right, language adventurers, we've traversed the landscape of a typical day. Now, let's consolidate our linguistic discoveries with a review of our key vocabulary.
I'm ready. It's like checking the map after a long exploration, making sure we know all the landmarks.
Excellent. Our first word was wake up. This simply means to stop sleeping and become conscious. For example, I usually wake up at 7 a.m.
That first moment of awareness? Mine is often accompanied by a strong desire for coffee.
Next, we talked about your morning routine. This is a sequence of actions you regularly perform each morning. A consistent morning routine helps me start my day calm.
My autopilot mode. Coffee, news, then getting ready. It really does set the tone.
Then came the commute, your regular journey between home and work or school. My commute to the office takes about 45 minutes by subway.
A time for podcasts or planning, as we discussed. It's more than just travel. It's a mental transition.
Indeed. During your workday, you have daily tasks, the specific jobs or duties you need to complete. My daily tasks include answering emails and writing reports.
The items on my to-do list. Sometimes it feels endless, but checking them off is satisfying.
And the goal of those tasks is often feeling productive, experiencing that sense of having achieved something useful or valuable. I feel productive when I complete my most important tasks early.
That's the feeling. It's not just about being busy, but about making real progress.
Absolutely. To maintain that, it's vital to take a break, to stop working for a short period, to rest or refresh yourself. I always take a break in the afternoon to avoid burnout.
A lesson I'm learning. Short breaks prevent hitting that wall later on.
And often, that break involves food. To grab a bite means to get something quick to eat. Let's grab a bite for lunch at the cafe.
My sacred lunch ritual. It's fuel for both body and mind.
After work, we often run errands, go out to do tasks like shopping or banking. I need to run errands after work, like picking up my driving meeting.
The second shift of life. Essential, but they can eat into your personal time.
Which leads us to work-life balance. The amount of time you spend working compared to the amount of time you spend with your family, friends, or doing things you enjoy. Achieving a good work-life balance is important for well-being.
The ultimate quest, right? Finding that harmony is key to feeling fulfilled.
Exactly. In the evenings, you might choose to socialize, spend time with other people in a friendly way. We often socialize with our neighbors on weekends.
Connecting with friends and family is so important for happiness.
Or you might prefer to unwind, to relax and stop feeling anxious or stressed. I like to unwind with a good book before bed.
For me, that's often listening to music or just chilling out on the sofa.
That quiet period is your downtime. Time when you're not working or busy and can relax. After a busy week, I just want some downtime to do nothing.
Essential for recharging. It's like finding a quiet oasis in the middle of a desert.
Before bed, we encouraged you to reflect, to think deeply or carefully about something. I reflect on my day every evening to see what went well.
A great way to process the day's events and learn from them.
When reflecting, you can recognize your accomplishments, something successful or impressive that is achieved after a lot of effort. Finishing that big project was a huge accomplishment.
Even small wins deserve recognition. It's motivating.
And also acknowledge any challenges, difficulties that test your abilities or resources. Learning a new language can be a challenge, but it's rewarding.
They're not roadblocks, but opportunities to learn and adapt.
Precisely. By doing so, you can set goals, decide or state what you want to achieve. I set a goal to read 1 book a month.
Mapping out the next steps on your personal journey.
All of these practices contribute to personal growth, the process of improving yourself and developing your skills. Learning from mistakes is essential for personal growth.
The continuous adventure of becoming a better version of yourself.
That's a fantastic summary, Leo. You've really grasped the essence of these terms.
Thanks, Gwen. Hearing them in context and reflecting on my own day has made them stick.
And that's exactly what we hope for all our listeners. Practice using these words as you describe your own daily life. And so, our journey through a day in my life comes to a close. We've explored the hidden meanings and psychological underpinnings of our daily experiences.
It's been incredibly insightful, Gwen. I feel like I understand my own day better now, and I have new words to describe it.
That's exactly our hope. Understanding these concepts and having the vocabulary to articulate them can empower you to shape your days more intentionally, making each day your own unique adventure.
So, listeners, embrace your daily adventures, reflect on your journeys, and keep exploring the fascinating landscape of your own lives.
Thank you for joining us on Mindful English. We hope you feel more equipped to navigate and appreciate your unique daily story.
Until next time,